This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Dawson James Small Cap Growth Conference in Florida 2015. I have with me Dr. Geert Cauwenbergh from RXi Pharmaceuticals Corporation. It's a publicly traded company and the symbol is RXII. Geert, if I may, how are you and welcome to SNNLive.
Well, Shelley, thank you for having me, and I'm fine, and I'm very happy to be here.
Good to have you. So let's get into it. Tell us a little bit about the company, RXII.
RXII, or RXi Pharma, is a biotech company specialized in RNAs, interference RNA or RNA interference, and we are unique in the sense that we have a self-delivering platform, meaning that we do not have to formulate our compounds in liposomes, lipid particles, what have you, but can just work with water. The drug always penetrates in all the cells and does its activity there. So a lot more convenient than most of the current RNA interference technologies that are being used.
You know, it's almost sounding like you're a delivery system.
Yes, the drug is the drug and the delivery system at the same time.
So it's a platform. So in that case, what particular diseases are you attacking?
Shelley, that's a good question. Since the platform these days doesn't get value, we picked two areas where we are interested in, that is dermatology and ophthalmology. We have compounds in phase 2 clinical development. We have some interesting earlier stage preclinical candidates. And in addition, everything else in terms of possibilities for development in other therapeutic areas other than dermatology and ophthalmology, everything else is up for grabs, meaning for licenses.
So, Geert, I want to target a question regarding what kind of drugs are you delivering?
Well, in dermatology today we have two drugs in clinical trials in phase 2. One is for treatment of hypertrophic scars and keloids. So sometimes when you get surgery, actually in the total population, on average 40% of people who get surgery will develop elevated scars, bad scarring. Has nothing to do with the surgeon. Surgeon is usually very good. It's just that the genes don't work the way they should work. And so we have a compound in phase 2 clinicals. Actually, we have announced this morning that our phase 2 shows nicely that it works, that blocks a connective tissue growth factor, which is overexpressed in people with hypertrophic scars, and as a result we stop those scars from developing after the scars have been excised. Another compound we have is a small molecule, it's topical immunotherapy, where we elicit a T-cell response, and that is used for treatment of warts on the skin, alopecia areata, which is a certain type of hair loss, and also for cutaneous metastases of malignant melanoma. In ophthalmology, we have one compound that is now in phase 1-2. We have an active IND for that, and that is focusing on people with retinal scarring in the retina, where we give intraocular injections in the posterior chamber. It's the way people are treated for wet macular degeneration, for instance. And in macular degeneration, one of the issues is over time that you develop scarring as well. So our scarring compound, added to an anti-VEGF compound, could pretty much re-establish or dramatically improve the visual acuity in people who are slowly getting blind.
So explain to me the ways that the compounds are used.
Well, you can use them in the skin by intradermal injections. That is very similar to what Botox and Restylane do. You basically get an injection like this, and then they pull the needle back when they're delivering the drug. Or you can work through topical delivery systems. That is a little earlier. The intradermal is easy. The topical delivery systems are a little bit earlier in terms of development, but we have some good leads that we might be able to deliver topically.
What's your background?
Originally a marine microbiologist, and then I specialized in dermatology, and I did a residency at the university in Leuven in Belgium, and then I moved to the States to basically have fun.
Where is the science and the development of the science coming out of?
Originally, from the company in its earlier days, the person who was a co-founder of the company actually got the Nobel Prize for Medicine in 2006 for a discovery he made in 1998. He was one of the youngest Nobel Prize winners for medicine ever. And he's actually the chairman of our scientific advisory board.
Let's get your website out there for our audience, please.
Well, anybody who wants to know more about us, go to www.rxipharma.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Geert Cauwenbergh, RXi Pharmaceuticals Corporation, RXII, it's a publicly traded company. I'm Shelley Kraft, this is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Dawson James Small Cap Growth Conference in Florida 2015. Geert, thank you so much for coming on.
Shelley, thanks for having me.
My pleasure.